You're watching Jack's Blade's month of Halloween. Let's get some out of some psychopaths. Groovy.
While walking in the city one day, Katana and Snake saw something strange. A little leaping lady who liked to bounce and pray.
That's so bad. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor Jack's Blade is back, and today, let's talk about Chainsaw Man. For a show with devils in every flavor you can think of, and women that would make Aku drool, extra thick! We also have a few badass humans who fight these creatures on a day-to-day basis. But, have you ever sat and wondered just how much athletic ability and physical fitness it would take to actually handle those type of situations?
No.
Well, too bad I'm talking about it, and it comes down to several categories. VO2 max conditioning, reflexes and spatial awareness, balance and parkour, relative, explosive and endurance strength, combat training and fluidity, and of course, weapons training. And of course, we have to acknowledge that even the non-devil contracted humans in this series are of course anime enhanced for certain things they are able to survive. And don't worry, for the anime onlys watching, there will be no manga spoilers in this video. So first things first, the key thing anyone in this type of active duty job should be doing is increasing their VO2 max, which is just a fancy way of saying cardio, because cardio is king. It literally allows your body to move for hours on end without needlessly gassing out, because your heart and lungs are pumping you full of blood and oxygen to boost your aerobic capacity. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I've gone in depth multiple times on just how important it is to be doing cardio from a scientific perspective, from an athletic perspective, and just for overall health and fitness benefits for longevity overall. And anyone who disses cardio but calls themselves a badass alpha or sigma automatically disqualifies himself from that title, since all these rightfully named goats did it to become elite. But seeing the stamina devil hunters have to move and fight alongside their contracted beasts, this is a no-brainer to have this type of quality when you're doing this type of job. Next, let's talk reflexes. It's important to have and train great reflexes, because in their job, how quickly you react can mean the difference between life and death. A great way to improve this is to first settle the mind. I know what you are! A class this sweet summer child missed. You see, the calmer you are, the faster you react. So if you're in a situation where you're in fight or flight mode and anxiety is overtaking you and your senses are so overwhelmed, you know how that affects you. But when you are calm, you won't move recklessly and you can anticipate more effectively. I have entire videos on meditation for people who want to try just that. But then it comes to having the skill to react and developing that speed to let your body keep up. So, there are various ways to do that. You could do, sparring your opponents, you could dodge objects such as tennis balls, reflex balls, or hit a cobra bag, and then, testing your reactions with something like reflex lights, which help you with faster reactions and improve your coordination. And then improving your spatial awareness, which is just knowing where your body is in space in relation to objects or other people. And to have good spatial awareness, you also need to understand and respond to change in position from these objects. And a fun way to train this is actually to go to an obstacle course where you just have to adjust sporadically and while moving quickly, from hopping from places. So think of it like a recess gym too, like when you used to do that as a kid. And it seems our girl Kobeni is like a master at this. And then on to balance and parkour. And I say these together because of the ability to run and jump from buildings or on creatures without falling off. One fun way to train your balance: stand up right now, close your eyes, and stand on one leg and see how long you can hold without falling over. Trust me, it seems like it'd be easy, but it gets a lot of people. And parkour, like I talked about before when I talked about flippy long stalking yourself in this video, helps give you quick thinking and reaction speed, since you have to be able to think on your feet when doing potentially dangerous jumps and tricks through areas you don't know what could potentially happen to you. It develops creativity in your brain, since certain obstacles don't always have a clear answer of how to conquer them. So it's a skill-related fitness, which includes agility, balance, power, speed, coordination, and reaction time. In parkour, you have to call upon all of these skills when you're jumping, climbing, and balancing through obstacles, and for devil hunters who are trying their best not to become something that looks like Rolf's dinner. And now onto the physical training side. Unless you are blessed with super strength or your devil makes you into a tanky person, being massive and jacked wouldn't be the best type of body to have in this type of scenario, especially dealing with certain type of devils. It could help with some devils, but for some of these massive ones, it would not be. It would be more of a hindrance. As much as it's hard to believe, because every buff guy wants to imagine themselves in a fight like
Rubber bullets. Big mistake.
excess size would sadly make you a bigger target in this scenario, and carrying the excess gains around could become more a hindrance in a dire situation. So training your relative functional strength, which allows you to pull or push relative to your body weight, your explosive strength, which allows you to sprint fast, jump high, and strike hard, and your strength endurance, which allows you to do strongman movements for how long you can carry heavier objects for longer periods of time, sort of like a farmer, would be more crucial in these type of situations. For people interested in those type of strengths and depths, check out these videos right here. But of course, one of the most important things would be good old combat training. The Devil Hunters are fighting for their life after all, so this is a no-brainer. Learning how to take a hit, dish out a hit, incapacitate someone, or just to effectively dodge and get out of there is a wondrous tool to have in your arsenal. It boosts your fitness tremendously and lets you walk around more confidently since you can handle yourself now. The beauty of it is there's so many different styles, so you can find one tailored for yourself, and then when you become more fluid, your movements will become much more effective. Bruce Lee's water quote is so iconic, and it's all about fluidity. And doing things as simple as follow along Tai Chi, yoga, and mobility workouts have such crossover benefits that would benefit you the second you start doing them. Consistently, that is. And to go back and to do other movements afterwards, it's like your body has now evolved to a better, stronger version of yourself just from this simplistic thing you've added. And then of course we finish off with some good old weapon training, which in their case is more in line with being strapped up. And I want to say this first and foremost, just for safety reasons, there are professional classes that people can learn and ranges to go to practice this sort of stuff with professionals safely. Because like, you know, there are celebrities like Keanu Reeves, Halle Berry, Michael B. Jordan, who have like taken these classes, you know, for their movie roles and have actually surprised their teachers on the obstacle course that they give you. But like, of course, there are various places you can go to practice this sort of stuff. It is just one of those situations where be safe, have a smart instructor, don't just do stuff willy-nilly because you will greatly injure yourself or injure someone around you, and that's just no good for anyone. So stay absolutely safe if you do it. Professional, always, always, always on site. But knowing how to use a variety of weapons can save any devil hunter's bootay in like these various situations. But sometimes devils are just so hacks that it's unfair regardless, but I still love the idea of humans becoming fit to fight these things better. So if you made it this far in the video, be sure to type down below "power is on" because it shows like who made it this far in the video, and I love seeing that. And tell me, who is your favorite character in Chainsaw Man? Okay, boom, we are in the future. All right, I just had to do that because, you know, Reze and stuff like that. And by the way, I need those boom boom pow edits, you know, the Black Eyed Peas song with like Reze. I know they're coming, but like send them my way. I love shit like that. It's just something that makes my brain go, all right, cringe but free, I don't give a fuck. But we're just gonna do a quick review of the Chainsaw Man movie because I really wanted to talk about it after seeing it. And since this video did get taken down in the past, I was like, oh, perfect time to re-upload it and then attach this as bonus feature stuff, so cool on you. I won't spoil anything because a lot of people aren't manga readers. I already read the manga, so I was like, okay, and I'm still reading the manga, so I'm very fascinated of where the story's gonna go. And yeah, no, I'm just gonna go piece by piece and talk about this sort of stuff. So let's just get right into it. First of all, the Reze voice actress they got, she did phenomenal. I saw it in Japanese, again, gonna see it in dub this weekend, but she did phenomenal. I loved everything about her character. She really brought that character from the manga to life, like the way she was doing things, and some things she even said like had me cracking up, and then she was just great. She was a phenomenal job. And also, this is my first time seeing anime movie in 3D because I saw it in 3D in D-Box, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And so when it started, like just seeing Chainsaw Man stuff in 3D was like interesting. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be interesting because everything was so blurry without the glasses, of course, like 3D is. And I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be fascinating. And when the action scene started to pop off, I was like, oh shit, especially with the chairs moving. Cause like I watch so many movies in D-Box, it just enhances the experience for me, just like going along with the action, stuff like that. It's so fun. I think it just was an epic time. I really think that enhanced my viewing experience. Also, I want to make sure I'm saying the name right. Is it Reze? I just want to say it because, you know, in Japanese how they pronounce certain things. But it was fantastic. Again, I can see why they decided to put this movie into theaters because it went pretty fast in my opinion. Like there were some parts at the beginning where it's like, okay, this is just fascinating to me, see it animated. I know for some people it may take a while because it does take a long time for Chainsaw Man himself, like Denji's like in the film, but Chainsaw Man himself to pop up. It does take a while for that to happen, but again, it's just one of those you go with the flow. Like, I was so invested in the story just seeing it animated. The whole thing with like Makima watching movies, I thought that was great. Again, the thing with me and Chainsaw Man is this is one of the anime that I talked about before. Like, I don't these days, it's just a thing of just like being in my 30s now and stuff like that, where there's a lot of anime I feel like I've seen so many over the years just from watching like stuff my entire life that it really takes a lot for me to enjoy it. So for example, something like, you know, Solo Leveling just did not grab me. I felt like it was just kind of mid. Like, it had cool action scenes, but it didn't do anything to grab me. There was nothing new that made me go like, oh wow, I really want to stay invested in this show. Versus something like Jujutsu Kaisen, which the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen just was like, I mean, it's all right, it's cool. Second season, I fell in love with it. That's when I was like, oh, okay, I get this. I finally get why everyone is like, you know, gassing the show up. I love the second season of it. But like Chainsaw Man, off jump, I love this show. Like, I love the uniqueness of it. I love how it's just like the humor can be very dark at points, but also is like can be very wholesome at points. And there's some things with just the characters, I enjoy watching them more. Like, I do enjoy like a lot of those aspects. And so this is one of those, I guess, shonen, it's in Shonen Jump. So I would say this is one of the few action type anime specifically that I'm really loving versus like all the new ones out there. Like, what was that show that came on Netflix recently? The Hitman show. I know a lot of people like love the manga for it. I still need to check out the manga for it, but like the anime, 5 episodes just wasn't grabbing me. I love Ranma in half, but that's Ranma, so of course it has like a legacy thing. What else? I don't know, but I'm saying like I love Chainsaw Man so much, so I had a great time seeing this film. Like, this is one of those moments where I was just like, oh my god, this is hype. I can't wait for like the 3rd season or how they're gonna do the movie. I guess see, it's interesting because I know with Demon Slayer now, Demon Slayer is like, hey, the last chunk of this is just going to be 3 movies. It's going to be a trilogy of movies. So the next one comes out in 2027, and then the 3rd one comes out 2029. And so it's just going to be a long time for those to come out. And like the show was doing its thing. But I think I really am curious how they're going to do Chainsaw Man. Again, I always hear about the stuff that goes on with MAPPA behind the scenes and like how they overwork people and stuff like that. And it's one of those things I feel so conflicted about it because they make such magnificent art, but I know like how hard people are working. So nothing but love and respect for them. Like, they really do deserve all the finances, all the support, all the just everything in the world for them, like, because they made this art piece come to life. It was just immaculate. It was phenomenal. I just had such a great time with it. Like, the combos that freaking Reze was pulling off, those are freaking hype. Like, I love whenever you watch the anime, she has so many fucking badass combos, and I'm just like, yes, go off. And then like the choreography of the moves, and then like how certain scenes just like go insane. It's just, that was absolutely beautiful. That was just beautiful. I was losing it while like, yo man, this is dope. This is freaking dope. I love it. Man, but yeah, no, I had a great time with this man. Like, it's weird because I don't have enough to say about, because I already knew it was gonna like, you know, transpire because of manga stuff. And there's the stuff where I'm very curious to see how they like, you know, go forward with like if they're gonna go movies or anime continued. But now I had a great time with this film, like in general. Like, it's different if I was talking about something like, you know, Spider-Verse or something like that. I have all these different things to mention, but like, no, like all the stuff with Reze doing her bomb shit, like, fucking hype. Like, all the stuff with Denji like going back, fucking hype, man. Like, it just is one of those films where you sit back, you get your freaking Chainsaw Man popcorn bucket or whatever, and you just enjoy the show. You enjoy the show, and I just had a massive great time with it. I think the only thing I will say is I do think that this could have been a season on TV, but I see why it wasn't, because in the grand scheme of things, it kind of goes relatively fast. So like what happens is like Reze's introduced, they you know, they hit it off, he goes and starts hanging out with her. And so I guess with TV, it would just be like a couple episodes of that. But the way they framed it was like, all right, let's cut out the padding that we don't need. And also stuff with like, you know, Angel going on. And what's Homeboy's name? Oh my God. He's voiced by a friend of mine too. Freaking, oh my god, I feel bad. I love you, buddy. Oh my god. The Sasuke dude, whatever. I loved his whole dynamic with Angel. I thought it was just awesome to see how like he was in the film. And see, I'm trying to talk about certain things without like spoiling it, but also anything new I can say besides like, you know, stuff that was already in the manga. Like, I just feel the thing about this film was Fujimoto is a fucking beast, like what he does. And I know he also did that other film about the girl and the artist. I need to watch that too. But yeah, no, I had a phenomenal time with it. Chainsaw Man stays in my like favorite like modern animes and stuff like that, because these days I've mentioned I primarily just watch like slice of life like comedy stuff, just because if you can make me happy, I'd like, because you know the world is just sort of a F the place. So what I really love is just watching something that can make me laugh or take my mind off it. Just like, oh yeah, that's good, that's funny, or that's just wholesome or something like that. So I love shows like that can just generally make me laugh hard or just make me go, oh okay, that's good. So anything like that. But yeah, no, Chainsaw Man, as usual, great film, def worth the watch. And if you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But yeah, as always, like check out my programs, all on sale right now and stuff like that. I also have a school thing that we're helping everyone get in shape for next year, so you can beat the gym rush. You can get that out. Also, we're doing you know, online coaching and stuff. So all you gotta do is, if you want to have like a one-on-one talk with me, again, if you're like, you know, wanting to improve your life, all you gotta do, just click that link. We'll answer some questions. We'll talk on Zoom, see if I'm a help for you. And yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, definitely go see Chainsaw Man, The Reze Arc in theaters. It was worthwhile. Definitely going to see it again. And yeah, remember, like I always say, keep calm. Booyah on. Love doing it this month. And don't forget, Momentai. Now go kick some ass.